Hello and welcome back to our next part of Lua scripting. Today it will be much more interesting than the last time where we only had speech events for NPCs. Today I will show you the first steps for adding spells to NPCs. Here in the background we see again our test NPC, and I also have my test NPC.lua. As you can see, we are as far as we were have been last time. So now I want that the NPC buffs himself when he enters combat. So we need our test PC on enter combat, and we use unit again for the NPC, full cast spell on target. We don't need this now. So now we got unit, so our NPC full cast spell. Full cast spell means he will fully cast the spell. So if the spell get a cast time, he will cast the spell. And if we would use only cast spell, he would for example, let's say Pyroblast. Full cast spell, the spell get 3 seconds cast time. With full cast spell, the NPC would stand still and cast 3 seconds to fire his Pyroblast. If we would delete the full, so we get only unit cast spell, the 3-second cast time would disappear and the Pyroblast will be fired instant. So we use full cast spell cause usual buffs have no cast time. So what buff do we wanna take? So we see test NPC get mana, so let's see, what do we want? Let's take Arcane Intellect. It's the 42995 in this case. So I copy the ID. You can also use it with .lo for lookup spell, and then arcane missiles explosion and so on here. Intellect, arcane intellect. In this case I will use this from my spellbook, and now we get full cast spell and the ID. So when the NPC enters combat, he should fully cast the spell Arcane Intellect on himself. Let's test this. Reload script, that we get the actual version of the script. Usually you should restart the whole server cause some other scripts can go total nuts when you do this. So for testing, remove all scripts. Put only one script into the core you wanna wanna create. Then you can use the reload script, but usually you should restart the whole server. So now we get our test NPC, and he should buff himself. Fuck it, and as you can see, he buffed himself Arcane Intellect. Return, motherfucker. So we told him to leave combat with activate Game Master mode and NPC return, and we got our remove events. So he only got his events removed. We didn't have some events active, so the buff still stays on him. And the only way we could remove his buff is on leave combat, remove all positive auras or something like this, but I will show this in a few episodes. So for this episode we got simple buff yourself NPC, and as you can see with the unit full cast spell we can also use only cast spell. To prove this I'll show it to you. So we got it news warrant that he doesn't have any auras. So come on, fuck it, and as you can see, he buffed himself Arcane Intellect. So, that was it for this episode. Also, all links you need are down in the description, and see you in the next one.